Do you wish to use shortcuts in some fields on your form? Then keep watching. For this tutorial, I'm going to be using the plugin ACF Advanced Custom Field to save some information within the pages of my site, and then I'm going to retrieve it with my forms using shortcuts. But you can use any other plugin. The only requirement is that it should support shortcuts. So let's begin. For this example, let's pretend that I have a very basic store where I sell books. In my store, I create one page for each book, and now I just want to add one form at the bottom where the users can purchase the book. Technically, I could create a form for each book, but that will be pretty time consuming. So instead, I'm going to create one single form and use it for all my books. In my form, I want to display the ISBN and price of the book. The problem here is that WordPress doesn't give me a way to save that kind of information in a page. So for that, I'm going to use ASCF and add these new fields to my pages. So I'm going to create the ISBN and also the price. I want to include these two fields in my pages, so I'm going to create this condition, and with that my page should include these new fields like this. So I'm going to fill them with whatever information, it doesn't matter. And now I'm going to create a form that displays these two fields. ACF has this shortcut to display the field information in a page or post. I'm going to replace this, the field name, with the actual name of my field, which I can find in the ACF page in this section. I also need the post ID, but this is going to be the post that is showing my form. So now I'm going to go to my form. I already have a basic form that has some information like the name, shipping address, and stuff like that. I am now going to add the ISBN field, which is going to be a basic text field. But the important part is that this field is going to have a formula, which is going to include this other field, the shortcut. In here, I'm going to build my shortcut. As we saw previously, is something like this. I'm going to use the ACF shortcut. I am also going to include the field attribute, which is going to be ISBN, and also the post ID. And this one is going to be the ID of the post or page that has my form. And that's it. I'm going to do the same for the price. I'm just going to duplicate this field. I am going to double click it to edit it. I am just going to change this for price. And that's it. Now, if I preview my page, these two fields are going to be empty because I am running this form in the preview page. This page doesn't have the ISBN or price information. I now need to add this form in the book page. So I'm going to copy the shortcut for this form. I'm going to go to my page and I'm going to add the shortcut. Now, if I preview the form, the ISBN and price should be filled automatically. So now with my form working and displaying the information that I want, I can just reuse this form in my other books. For example, I created a new book here And to add my form here, I just need to add the shortcode of the form, and this is going to retrieve the information of this book, which is going to be this ESBN and this price. Let's try. I'm going to preview it, and then you are going to see the ESBN and price of this book. Another cool thing that you could do is, instead of creating a form in each page, you could create one that displays all the information of all your books. For example, I created also this form, and this form uses very similar shortcuts, but the difference is that I created a drop down that has the information of my 2 books, and here is the post ID of my books. And in the shortcuts, instead of using the post ID of the page that is displaying my form, I am using the value of the dropdown here. So if I execute this form, when I select something in my dropdown, it is going to retrieve the information of the book that I selected. Lastly, instead of using this dropdown and having to fill all the books manually, you could use a lookup dropdown instead, like this one. You can configure it to use the pages, so it will fill with all the pages that it finds. And then I'm going to change my formulas to use this new dropdown. This one too. And now if I execute this form, you will see that this drop down has my books. It also has this one, which is not a book because it is retrieving all the pages. I can configure it to retrieve only the books. So if I select this one, you will see that it automatically gets the information that I want. That's it for today. In my next video, I'm going to show you how you can create your own custom fields using ChatGPT. Or if you want me to talk about something else, please let me know. Also, if you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you.